Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design.
Ma ba ma ba still welcome. Welcome back, Master.
Time to see what's back there.
We will take the city. Every soul made true. Down. Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. Of many hearts, one.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. The moment comes. The absolute knows.
Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison. If not the noble Githzerai features I was born with.
The monk-like Githzerai, sibling race to the warrior Githyanki. Their contempt for one another is eclipsed only by their shared hatred of the Illithids.
I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gake either. Perhaps we might aid one another. Warriors of the mind. Oh, there's some physical prowess involved, but the battlefield on which we truly fight the Gake is their own. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You catch the lie. The monk isn't telling everything.
All right, The Gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality, and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant. You realize the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Please, touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see.
Not design, but death. soul made true.
Let's get going.
Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
Fleet of Nautilus. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Descend, assemble, prepare, obey. The moment comes. The absolute.
Empty. My head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy? I live here. This is my house. Our house, right, Mummy? We saw a big spiky snail that fell out of the sky. I'm just very sleepy, Mummy. I wish you'd stop waking me up so much. With big wiggly legs. Night, night, Mummy. Love you.
Descend, assemble. Liberate, evacuate. Descend. Evacuate. Descend, assemble. Prepare.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure. Like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul, flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Bor!
Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance.
I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mystra.
I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Repent? Would that even be possible? Perhaps. No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is...
invincible so long as Night Song's rotting in his cage.
Can't even catch my breath. Come on, can't stay idle. Have to keep going.
Come on, can't stay idle. Blood comes easy these days.
It's hot in here.
Covered.
Unleash me! That is where I'm needed.
Father, ease my way.
One can't always be a gentleman. Gone with the wind. These mortals be. May the dice roll in my favor. Battle favors the fearless. Forever dauntless. Let my enemies.
Go from here.
Gods have seen everything.
Let's go. This'll help. Say bye-bye.
Oak Father, harden my heart. Moving to position.
Now you will.
speak, they burn. The lance board is set. Battle of wits. Creator, destroyer. Death is but a word away.
Need to act fast.
No holding back.
Survival is all that matters. I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Father, shield your servant. Yes. One life to my life. Sustain me, slaves.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Now, we pick our way toward our fates. Unleashed!
You have my sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place. Merkel's child has fallen. Jamar Zalav Lakin.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash. An arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me. But the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers, a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the Chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Call and I answer.
Where am I needed?
What to do? Let us show them how it's done.
Blade at the ready.
Don't be shy.
battle.
saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. The one I very nearly destroyed. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. I know what nearly happened, and I'm sorry for putting you in that position. But I've stepped back from the precipice now. I've seen what may prove to be another way. A better way. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. The only kind I have? Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away.
Gale is the
You'll
most...
have to forgive my eagerness, but
What is
if
it
my
called?
suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all.
Gale is the most relatable character in this whole game. I love Gale so much. He's such a good character. He is so relatable. I love learning. Learning is the best thing in this planet, unparalleled. Like, nobody can argue with that. Learning is literally the best thing that has ever happened on this planet or any other place in existence. Like, there's nothing better than learning, and nobody can argue with that. That's an inarguable point. It's kind of, yeah, it's a fact. There we go, it's a fact. Like, nobody can argue with that. Everybody loves learning. Everybody should love learning. If they don't, they're fucking stupid. That's just how it is.
It's like
Even sex isn't as good as learning.
once you're dead, how'd you survive it? Samuel. I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
Thou dawdlest, while time is precious. Let us speak.
Did I just hear who I thought I heard speaking? Was that Withers? Does Withers want to speak to me? 1 minute. I gotta get sat back down real quick. I know Will wants to speak, but was that Withers? Let's see. Yes, it is. I just killed his brother. 1 minute. I'm gonna talk to Will first.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke, and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate.
What's up with everybody wanting to destroy Baldur's Gate? Like, that's no what?
Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
So, the word rapier is a French word. It's a French sword mostly, but it's pronounced rapier. Rapier. It's not rapier. It's rapier. It's a French word, so I mean, of course it's spelled like that. You could actually see a word that we use in English inside of the word rapier. It's the word pier. We use that for a dock that reaches out into the ocean from the land. It's called a pier, and we put like for like what are they called? The wheels that you get inside of, and they turn the Ferris wheels. And we put Ferris wheels, we put like roller coasters, we put little stands on them, you know. Or, you know, it could just be a fucking dock, a really, really big dock that reaches out for fishing. Now, I've been on a pier before. It's not always, you know, when I say like Ferris wheel and shit, I'm talking about the pier from, Del Perro Pier from GTA 5. You know, because I've never really been on a pier like that, but I know piers like that exist. You know, I've only ever been on a pier like that in GTA. But I also know that I have been on a pier that in Panama City Beach in Florida. There was a whole lot of fishing going on there. There's a lot of fishing. People like to fish off of piers, but that in rapier there is the word rapier. And actually, I'm going to look up and read to you the history of the word rapier real quick. Once I get connected to the internet. Okay. Let's see. Oh, come on, bro. Okay, rapier. Etymology. Yeah, obviously it's French. It's from the word rape or râper, which means rasp or grater, and then it went into rapiere, which is the French word, and then rapier. Early 16th century from French rapiere, from râper, rasp grater, because the perforated hilt resembles a rasp or grater. The origin of the rapier is more than likely Spanish. Its name is derisive, for description of the Spanish term ropera. I can't pronounce Spanish words very well. The Spanish term refers to a sword used with clothes. Espada ropera, dress sword, due to it being used as an accessory for clothing, usually for fashion and as a self-defense weapon. So it comes from Spanish, which flowed through French, which came to English, and now in English we say rapier. All those rapier. Let's see. God damn it. French is gonna be my third language, anyways. Even though the French are really cocky and they don't like it when people speak their language, I'm still going to. I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna learn the language. I don't really care how French people feel about it. Rapier. That's how the French say it. Rapier. But that's in their language, though, so I want to know how it's spelled. Or how it's pronounced. I guess, I mean, that is the word in their language, so, I mean, to be fair, it's rapier. Here, I'll play it for you. Louder.
Rapier.
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 Honestly, a part of the reason why I want to learn French is because it's so hard to pronounce. And the harder a language is to pronounce, the more I want to learn it. Because it's just, I mean, it's the reason why I haven't learned Spanish. Because Spanish is too easy for me. French is really easy too, but the pronunciation is a bit unique. So, and because of its uniqueness, I love the way French sounds. Even though I'll talk a lot of shit about French people in general, or just the French language in general, like, I still do love French. It is still really interesting. But, like, I'll still I mean, I'm an English speaker. I grew up speaking English. So, obviously, I'm going to want to talk shit about French. It's, like, in my DNA, bro. But still. Even though I have a lot of French genetics. It's honestly kind of funny, really. Like, I have French and British genetics. A pretty equal amount of both. I got like 30% of each. Which, I mean, I know I sound very American by saying that, but either way. Still pretty interesting. It's like I'm a living contradiction or something. The fucking British and French hate each other, despite being pretty closely related to each other too. I mean, they're not even that close. They're not even that far away, geography-wise. But the only reason why the French and the British hate each other is because of that fucking English Channel. The channel is the only reason why they're separated. Otherwise, they would have united a long time ago. Granted, I don't like the idea of French words in English, but I can't change it. It happened a long time ago.
The looming shadow of the mound, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while two devils stood witness, and I said yes. One soul for one.
I'm drunk as fuck, by the way. Like, holy shit, I'm drunk. Holy fuck, dude.
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel.
She never stops. Does she? Not for a second.
Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned.
You're a badass motherfucker, Will. Holy shit.
The rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did. I understand. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us.
A curse lifted. The dead three allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls? Thou shalt think about it now,
and I shall give the answer. Mind flayers are soulless. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. No. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maula's still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've
been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
Still here. Grown-ups take forever.
Fate spins along as it should. Hast thou need of my services?
In the curse.
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing. Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise. Very good. We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Helm's blessings upon you.
Molly's gonna come through those doors any moment now.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
I just remembered that Tony told me that Dulles is in the party. Oh, well, either way. I'm glad I threw up. I was feeling good, like nice and drunk and whatnot, but the only problem was I was having a pain in my stomach. So I obviously needed to force myself to throw up, and once I did, I felt a lot better. And then I drank some water. We need some more, we don't have... Okay. Either way...
No one back home will ever believe this.
I wouldn't mind driving up there. Oh. We need more. What is it called? We need more, chasers. We don't have any more 2 liters. I used the rest of the root beer. Yeah, we had 2 liters. I just don't. I mean, no. I guess we need 2 more 2 liters or like some more 2 liters. No, I guess I'm not gonna be drinking anymore today. So I'm not about to drink straight up liquor. It's not strong enough. I'll just I'll just chill with my vape for the rest of the day. It's not like I need alcohol, though. It's not like I need alcohol, though. Huh? We should save the other what? Oh, I mixed it up with some drink. Mixed it up with the watermelon gin. No. No, I mixed it up. So I poured the gin into a cup and... I'm not acting dumb, I'm just saying. No. Okay, like yesterday. I mean, I get that, but we didn't buy alcohol at that point. We bought it after we bought the root beer. You go piss 1 minute. Is the food done or not?
Yeah, well,
I'll make me some.
You make some drinks.
Yeah. I gotta quit the game real quick. I'm gonna quit it anyways. I was gonna play 7 Days to Die with y'all. Douglas's. Okay. No, it just shows that he's on 7 Days to Die.